Greetings and salutations. Dave Moore, General Sales Manager at Johnny Londoff Chevrolet. I'm with our Special Finance Manager, Mr. Chris Culberson. Chris, say hi to the people.
Good morning, everyone.
What we want to do is every week we're going to bring you a couple questions that our secondary customers ask us. We're going to provide answers for you and help you get through this process. We'll navigate you through it to make sure you have everything you need to become successful. The first question I get asked all the time is, how much money do I need down?
That's a good one. Almost everybody asks us that.
Yeah, my answer is always the same. It's not up to us, it's not up to you, it's up to the lender. So our job is to put together the best package that we can, and here's the deal. The process is always started with cash down. Cash down is king. With cash down, we can almost get anybody approved. But how much cash down is always up to the lender, it's never up to the dealer.
With every situation, it's a little bit different. Banks are going to loan off of a loan to value, and that tells us how far we can get to, or how close we can get to our sale price and what we need for the vehicle. Sometimes we can discount a little bit to accommodate, but most of the time it's going to be up to the customer to help bridge that gap. Equity is king, and cash is king.
There you go. Man, another question that we always get asked is, how long does the pre-approval process take?
The pre-approval process is very, very simple. Give us the necessary information, we send it out, we can have answers back within 30 minutes to an hour, sometimes even less. A lot of things are automated, so once it gets through the system, we can get a live person on the phone and start negotiating terms on the best approval for you.
Mr. Londoff has taken every liberty to make sure that we can help our secondary customers, plus everybody else as well, but we really focus on them because what we try to do is come up with a success plan. What that means is, not only do we want to sell you your first one, we want to plan for the next one as well. That's why I always say, man, you want to graduate from Londoff University so you can get from what you need to what you want.
And we'll give you the tools that are necessary to get to that next level. So anybody that works with me, we always give them a worksheet. It's going to show a timeline of how you make your payments on time, other tips and tricks you can do to boost your credit in that time, and then what it takes to get to a refinance level. Right. Once you get to a refinance level, the credit's on the right path. We keep on building off of that, and then we want you to come back in and buy the next vehicle from us as well. Absolutely. But now we've put you in a position for success with a better loan, lower interest rate, cheaper monthly payments, and a lot of times for the same payment, a nicer vehicle.
Chris, another question that we always get asked is, can the customers add their sales tax?
It's a very common question. So what I like to explain it as is, if we're approved for $25 and you buy a car for $24,900, guess what? There's no room for sales taxes. If we are approved for $25, we find a vehicle for $22, $21, so on and so forth, then we have the necessary room to add your products like sales tax or gap insurance or an extended warranty, whatever the case may be, or whatever that customer necessarily wants in their vehicle purchase.
Absolutely correct. I'm always under the assumption that it's absolutely up to the lender. Rule number one, it's where people get it kind of confused. No decision is up to the dealer. It's always up to the lender. The lender will give you the rules, boundaries, and limitations of your loan. What we do is try to give you everything you need to not only give you a great loan at a great rate, but we give you things to protect your investment, because at the end of the day, a car is an investment. Last question, buddy. I always hear this all the time. They ask me, Dave, what do I need to bring? Well, guess what? What do you think?
It depends on your income. It depends on your approval. It depends on your overall situation. So if you're bringing a trade, please bring a title. If you bring in a check stub, make sure it is the most recent. If you have additional income, child support, Social Security, make sure you bring all the supporting documents for those sources. Even some of these banks out here nowadays are asking for 3 months worth of proof of that income. So bank statements, award letters, court orders, most recent check stub. It's got to be within 30 days. And proof of residence, don't bring me something that's been 6 months old, you know? Bring something that is more recent, because we're going to need all of those documents.
Right. I always tell the customers for many years, man, I say, let's pretend you're the bank and I want to borrow money from you. What do you want from me? What information? They say, well, I need to know how much money you make, so what do you need? I need your check stub. Do you need an old one? No, I want the newest one. If you want to borrow money, Great. What else do you need? Where do I live? Yeah, I guess you have to prove that too, huh?
Yeah.
So now, proof of residence. What's that? Utility bill, bank statement, and so forth.
But do you want one that's 6 months old?
No,
You gotta prove
absolutely
you
not.
still live there.
Yes, but at the end of the day, we can sum this up by saying this. You bring cash down, you bring your driver's license, you bring me some insurance if you have it. You bring me your proof of income. I always say proof of income. That means either the last 3 check stubs, 3 months of bank statements. That makes me happy. The more information we have, the better we can assist you. Last but not least, proof of residence. Proof of where you stay. Something like a utility bill, a credit card statement, a recurring bill that you get at that address.
One more thing. I get asked all the time when I ask for references, 3 to 5 references plus your landlord information, or if you own your home, then you can bring the customer service number for the mortgage company. The most common question I get is, why do you need addresses? We don't need addresses. The bank is requiring the addresses. And that's simply for a situation where maybe you changed your number and you forgot to call the bank and tell them. They need to be able to get a hold of people. If they are noticing that you're several months behind on payments, and unfortunately, some people do get a repossession, they have to know where the car might be. Is it at your house? If it's not at your house, is it at your cousin's house? Is it at your friend's house? Is it at your work? They do want addresses, and that's the reason why. But if the intention is to never be in a repossession situation, they have to worry about.
That's right. This industry is something that is near and dear to me. I've been at Londoff Chevy for 14 years, and I am a huge fan of every customer, but especially the ones that are challenged, and especially the ones that we get from other dealers that come here. And just don't forget this. At Londoff Chevy, we're going to put you in a new car. We're not necessarily worried about selling a car because guess what? We're going to sell you a car. But we do want you to be happy, and we do want you to be successful. And we want to set you up with a great success plan at the end of the day. It's been great talking with you, Chris. Appreciate all of you. 24/7 at londoff.com or 314-837-1800. Everybody have a great day.
If you have any questions for me, get a hold of me directly at www.drivewithchris.com or reach me on my cell phone at 314-403-CARS.